All right, so we're back on the CJ. It feels like it's been a while because it has. We'll give you a little recap of what we're doing with it and where we're at, and then we're going to stab this motor in that TDK frame over there. This is a 06-07 5.3 liter, no DOD. We put a Summit 1.5 stage truck cam in it, had the Z06 heads redone, had the valves ground, so these are basically brand new heads that we got for free from a buddy because it had a broken spark plug in it. We got that done. We've already sealed the timing cover, the oil pan, and put new front and rear main seals in. If you've ever messed with the LS, they're a little bit different as far as the oil pan and everything goes. Instead of having that funky little half rubber deal with the cork stuff, you got a solid gasket. You RTV down here where the oil pan and the timing cover come together, and as you can see here, the oil pan actually comes all the way forward and makes the bottom of the timing cover, whereas on a small block Chevrolet, it kind of comes together a little bit differently. Back's the same way. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get alignment and everything. Everything's lined up, everything's bolted, glued and like it's supposed to be, and torqued to 18 foot-pounds. And then you have some little ones that are 106 inch-pounds, which is 8.5 pounds. Got everything on there. We've got the motor built. This is probably the second or third LS that we've built. So we'll finish it up. We'll seal this valley cover up here, but we're gonna stab it in the Jeep first. We have the axles off at East Coast Gear Supply. They are going through them, seeing what's there, what's not, if it's gonna be worth rebuilding them, or if we need to go a different route and get some different axles. But they're off over there while we wait for the temperature here in North Carolina to stabilize and to quit being from 75 to 45 the next day, so we can finish our body work, spray some paint. And then we'll be setting everything all together on the wheels, and then we'll just be wiring and doing some interior stuff and a little bit more of the fun stuff that's easier to document than 8 hours of spreading body filler and sanding it back down and spreading it and sanding it back down again and then watching it dry. So stay tuned. We're gonna get this thing in this TDK frame and go from there. All right, so we've got the motor hung up here in front of our custom TDK frame. We have our Novak Industries bolt-in mounts right here. We're gonna get them all bolted up. Don't worry, we're gonna paint them. Right here, you can see how they bolt up. Kind of similar to pretty much every other LS swap mount. You have 3 slotted holes right here, so you can move the motor around as needed. We just went with the middle hole to start with. Once we start building in around it, get the front core on there and the radiator, that sort of stuff, and see what we're gonna do fan-wise. We'll know a little better where we need to put it, push it back, pull it forwards, and of course once the axles are in there. Right now we're just trying to condense all this stuff down to one pile instead of like 20 piles covering the whole shop. So we're gonna drive this thing in here, set it down on there, and see what it looks like. We really screwed up here. I'm pretty sure that's how I did my truck, is I put these in first and then set the motor on it. Oh yeah. Where did my little parts go? This, swear. I'm a genius. send the rubber bush in the nose, like fit it up in this hole. It's the motivation I need to see it halfway in there. Dress it up. Wherever that little stud is. Yeah, like that.
What is the pucker factor right now? Did you just break that off? You broke it, didn't you?
Hey, at least it came out.
All right, so this is what Dalton did to his bolt. He got lucky, at least it came out.
It's supposed to go to 75 foot pounds.
Look at that. Yeah, you could buy a lottery ticket now, bro. Let me double check these specs here.
You think?
AI told me.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry, do you have a Haynes manual lying around somewhere I don't know about? Long story short, class, today we are not installing a transmission nor a flex plate.
All right, so if you look right here, this one, this one, this one, this one are all the right height. We got a broken one over here in pieces on the floor. Luckily, it all came out. And then we got this one right here that is starting to stretch. It was just about to break. We're supposed to go to 75 foot-pounds. That's what we were doing. Luckily, all the pieces came out of the back of the crank, so we're gonna get some new bolts and recalibrate our torque wrench or figure something else out. Maybe not go quite to 75, maybe we'll just go like 65.
I don't think the torque wrench is set right.
And we'll go from there. But you can see right here, we're up here at 75 foot-pounds, just like it says. All right, so we turned some wrenches on this for a little bit today. We didn't get as far as we wanted to. But basically, we got the cross member in right there for the transfer case. We got our NP 231 separated from our AX15. We have our Dana 300 here ready to go on. I left my Torx bits to go on a ratchet on there so I can't torque that plate. So we're gonna do that. Bolt this to here next time we come over. Probably gonna do what I should have done and tap the crank bolts, just make sure there's nothing in there that was pushing on it to stretch it or anything like that. We'll do that. Then we'll put our pilot bearing, our clutch, and everything on there and get everything put together. Once we get the axles underneath it, we can take the cab down off the rack, test fit it. Once we test fit it, we'll pop it back off. We'll finish up the body work on the cab. We've got the brake lines for this thing already, so we'll go ahead and put them on, hook them to the axles. And then we'll have to be getting a harness together for the motor, a harness together for the frame, get all that stuff together, get the body work done, get it painted, get the tub rhino lined with probably some lizard skin sound deadener. We'll get all that done, put it all together, then we can start doing the stuff that's more fun, like putting the fenders on, doing the grill, doing the radiator, putting all the gauges where you start to see some real progress. So we'll start there and we'll see what color we're gonna spray on this thing, but so far, that's where we're at. All right, guys, so we've got our Novak LS swap mounts hooked to our 5.3 LS, all set up in the TDK frame. It's got a little bit of a gangster lean right now because we still have to put the transfer case and transmission cross member in. Once we do that, we have an AX15 over there on the shelf. We're gonna pull it, put it on here. We're gonna hook our Dana 300 to it. We're doing all that with advanced adapter stuff. I've used them on the Blazer for a long time and on some other projects. So if you're looking for adapters and stuff to take transmissions from GM or Ford or whatever and hook them to whatever motor you've got, check out Advanced Adapters. We paid for all our stuff, but that's who we use. They're really good. So we're going to get everything put together, get the cross member put in here. We got their flywheel set up, their clutch set up, all the bolts, so it should just go right together. We're going to use an FJ Cruiser, slave solenoid and master, so that'll go together. And then hopefully the next time you see it, we'll have our axles back, so I'm not working like this. And then we'll get some wheels and tires and get everything set down on there. Right now we're using the second hole on these mounts. Just looking at how everything is and stuff, I think we're going to need to slide it all the way forward just so we have as much clearance as possible on the firewall, but maybe not. We still have a nice healthy chunk of room right here. Of course, we are going to have a radiator, some other stuff here. We're not going to do a manual fan. We are going to get an electric fan set up just to save that 15 or 20 horsepower off the crank and give it a lot cleaner look in here under the hood. If you ever used a Trailblazer SS intake or have one you want to sell, let us know. This truck intake to me is a little bit too tall. I'd really like to find that's a ball of grease. I'd really like to find a Trailblazer SS manifold, one because it's supposed to give you some better performance and the best characteristics out of both the low-rise intake that's in like the Corvettes and the Camaros and the high-rise runners like you have on the truck intakes here. So I'm going to try to find us a Trailblazer SS intake to get this a little more compact. Maybe get us a different set of valve covers, and then we'll probably be rocking some coil covers. We'll get some new coils, get all that painted up. We've got a little bit of touch-up to do on the motor where we scratched it. And then of course we got to bolt the rest of our motor mounts in. We're going to run one little bead along the bottom just to make sure they're locked in good. We'll get all that painted, get our axles back in, start working on our fuel system. And then once the weather breaks for good, we're going to get back on some body work on that. We're going to do some cool Rhino liner on the inside. Would you put an Apple CarPlay radio in a CJ7 without a roof? Let us know in the comments below. If you got any questions, let us know. Stay tuned because we should be dropping our new merchandise line here pretty soon. We'll have some shirts, some hoodies, some stickers, that sort of stuff. So that'd be another way you can support our channel. Let us know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.